Alright, morning coffee is in hand. I'm locked and loaded. It is time for another top 10 best players in each position video. This time round, we got a budget of under 1 mil. Also, it's 2025, so happy new year, guys. Remember to stay true to yourself, and I hope you're going to smash it this year. Let's get into the video. For cheap and fast EAFC 25 Ultimate Team coins, head over to MMOEXP.com. Link in the description, and make sure to use my code Morsey at checkout to save yourself 5% off your order. Alright, so I'm on foot.gg, we're locked and loaded. As you can see, I've got price set to max 1 million and win the goalkeeper position up first. As we always do, we like to start with the keepers. The most subjective position in the game. Like for me, this certain keeper could be unbelievable. For you, they could be shocking, okay? So take this with a pinch of salt, but I'll run through my top keepers anyway and give you the reasons why. But before I do, like goal time. Oh yeah, are you ready? 225 likes on this video. Can we make it happen? I would have said 2025, but that's a little bit too ambitious right now. So 225, if we could get there, that would be awesome. Smash the like button if you enjoy this content, and let's go. So with goalkeepers, I look for two things in particular. Height is important. I'm talking like 6'3" and up tends to be what I go for. It makes sense, right? Taller the keeper, the harder it is to score goals, especially from distance. And also, claiming those corners, you need to have a bit of height on you. And also, a certain play style. It's the main one that I look for. And this is rush out. Playstyle plus I'm talking about here. Rush out essentially means your keeper is quicker to get out to your opponent. This year, it is difficult to take it around a goalkeeper. I don't know if you've probably experienced it yourself. When you're one-on-one and you're close within the keeper's reach, doing a ball roll or a skill move tends to be unsuccessful. That's why rush out tends to be really, really popular with myself and a lot of you guys out there. So for that reason, this man's number one for me. Thibaut Courtois, big fan of him with a rush out, as well as being 6 foot blooming 7. Is that right? He's 6'7". Other honourable mentions for the keepers, I like Kobel. I also like Van der Sar. As you can see, all of these guys are the same playstyle. Donnarumma, a genuinely really decent option. Same with Casillas, I do also like. And also Tim Howard. Still shouting out my boy. Big fan of this man. And I play against him a fair bit. A lot of my opponents are rocking him. And he is still really good. And I've actually got him on my account, but I've dropped him for Courtois. But still a decent option. Emi Martinez, I'm also a fan of. Buffon, less so. I don't know about you, a little bit hot or cold on Gianluigi Buffon. But in all fairness, when I play against him sometimes, I just cannot score those finesse or Trivellas. That is one thing this man is very good at, is reaching those far corners. He's got that long reach. But essentially, when it comes to it, goalkeepers, I'm not going to give an out-and-out top 10. Just my top few that I'm using at the moment. Courtois, Howard, Van der Sar, Kobel I like, as well as Martinez. Alright, so over to right backs we go. And starting in that 10th spot is Malo Gusto. Crazy overpowered at the start of the game. Fell off a little bit now. But this card sat at 284k, offers a lot for your team. But no higher than 10 for me. Still crazy nice, but is much better option. One of those being Pedro Porro. Now, this man just has that it factor. Trust me. He is speedy, so fast, so solid, so strong. Offers a lot technically going forward with a decent enough passing. Shooting isn't bad as well for a right back. And the dribbling stats are nice. Genuinely a brilliant shout if you're in a 100 to 150k budget. Sasha Bowie with a technical playstyle plus. Now, he's still linked to Yuval, the FC Pro. And honestly stands a decent enough chance of securing maybe 1 or 2 more upgrades. I'm not too confident, as I'm pretty certain we're into a seriously sweaty stage of that, which I think starts maybe in a couple of weeks' time. So keep an eye on that for sure. And he was an SBC that is no longer available, but still, Sasha Bowie at this point, I've only just dropped him for my team for a card that you're going to see in a second. But this man is still crazy solid. Ridiculous dribbling, which is underrated in the fullback position. Defending stats are solid as well as the physicals. Really nice option. But the man I've actually replaced him for is my boy Steve, which is almost a carbon copy of that Laudrup card that came out as right back with Winter Wildcard last year. Steve is offering a lot here, like very similar to Bowie in the way that he's technically decent on the ball, base technical in there, whip pass, not as maybe overpowered this year with aerial not being too prominent, but still decent enough. But just he has been so good for me. I just narrowly missed out on rank 1 last weekend. Steve in that right back position was so solid. Never put a foot wrong. 119k. That is a steal in my eyes. Jeremy Frimpong is a little bit ahead of him. Jeremy is just, yeah, everything when it comes to speed and also being pretty solid in the defense. Like, he's not crazy physical, but what I noticed with the quicker fullbacks, it doesn't matter too much when it comes to defending and physicality with these guys. They're just so fast and really good at kind of stealing the ball off your opponent. And a little bit ahead of him is a Lilian Thuram. I'm a massive fan of his Thunderstruck card. This base, we all got him as a loan. I think it was last season. Really, really good card. Could play as a centre-back as well as the right-back. But I honestly prefer him in that right-back position. You're losing out on a lot of technical ability going forward. The dribbling isn't bad, but overlapping, not this man's kettle of fish, right? He is going to be solid, no nonsense. You're not getting past me kind of vibes in that right-back position. Similar kind of story to Jules Koundé. I'm actually going to put a little bit ahead of him, purely because of that jockey. Jockey playstyle plus in this position, really, really solid. It just allows you to kind of marshal your opponent's players, not allow them to kind of cut inside quickly, because you're going to be there getting involved, breaking up the play. Jules is solid and definitely feels overpowered in that role. Carlos Alberto, it's a very similar kind of mold here, right? We're looking at kind of like 5'8" to 5'10" players who are just really, really solid in the defense. Carlos Alberto a little bit better when it comes to overlapping than a Jules Koundé and as well as a Lilian Thuram, but also equally as solid in the defense. Probably the most solid with that anticipate playstyle. He's definitely a fan favourite. But controversially for me, I'm picking Maicon ahead of him. This guy is just a tank. And a lot of people may be a little bit hot or cold with this one, because I've seen some of you guys say you're not the biggest fan of him. For me, when I used him, this man's really good. Really solid. He is so big and physical and just a nightmare to play against, as well as being really solid for you in that fullback position as well. Sick dynamic image as well. But number one should be no surprise. Under 1 mil, it is Cafu. Now, playstyle plus is lacking. Same with playstyles. But that's always been the case with Cafu, and it doesn't matter. He is crazy, crazy good. One of the best right backs, honestly, under this 1 mil price bracket. If I can have any of these, this is the man. So he's leading that number 1 spot. Okay, centre backs up next, and I wanted to give a little honourable mention here. He's not in the top 10, purely because of the rarity factor here, and it's pure luck of getting this card. I actually got super lucky and got him, and honestly, if you've got this Fabian Schär, you're probably on a similar kind of opinion than me here. Crazy good in game. Having a player in the centre-back position with those kind of dribbling stats, the passing as well, like it just gives a completely different dimension to your defence, and are really, really nice in that ball-playing defender plus role. So if you've got him, let me know what you think down below. I'm not going to include in the top 10, but honourable shout-out. But starting off in that 10th spot is Yap Stam. Mr. Solid. Look at the playstyles. Bruiser, just, you're not getting past him. I will say, nowadays, there's a better version, but this guy's still good. Occasionally, when I play against him, he's not the most agile, but still a really nice option at this stage of the game for sure. Bremer, just a little bit ahead. There's something about Bremer that just annoys me. It annoys me in game, and honestly, I don't fear too many centre-backs when I come up against them. But Bremer's one that just is a bogey player for me. Just crazy big, crazy wide, really hard to get past, and annoyingly quick when it comes to jockey speed as well. So Bremer rightfully in the top 10. Ronald Araujo up next. My boy Big Ron. Just absolutely love this man. I think he's so good. Especially last year, he was crazy. This year, still needs that crazy juiced promo card to come out, which I'm sure will happen at some point. He's normally a fan favourite for that. But at this stage, I mean, he's probably not going to secure the upgrade. You never know, though. Anything's possible. But just still a really nice card. Ridiculous reactions as well. You can't really go wrong with a player like this. Honestly, when he dropped, I don't think anyone really noticed him, right? He kind of got swept under the rug a little bit. But Fernando Hierro, he's good. Really good. I would go as far as saying meta this year. Yes, you're lacking a little bit in the pace department, but still, the defending is one of the best in this top 10. 94 defending, let down by the slide tackle, by the way. If that was higher, it could honestly go up to 95. Ridiculous playstyles. Really, really good card. Definitely underrated. And for the price, really good option. Vincent Kompany in the building, the big man with the power shot playstyle as well. He's always got those long shots in the locker. They're not going to be pretty reliable, but you never know with a boy, right? Forced him on the edge of the box, let it rip. Defending, physicality's there. He's got the pace split that is definitely preferred when it comes to centre-backs. And a really solid card. Price tag wise, not too steep as well. Antonio Rudiger's ahead of him though. This man is an animal. Everywhere he's going, he's throwing elbows, he's throwing knees, he's kicking your Achilles, swiping you down, and getting away with it with that Bruiser playstyle plus. Really, really good card. 99 physical. Is taking the mickey a little bit, you know. I honestly would rather him over Kompany and all the other guys we've seen so far. One of my favourites for sure. Rio Ferdinand has that icon premium feel though. That is why he's ahead of a player like Rudiger. On paper, it's arguable. You know, you could probably say Rudiger might look better all round, but Rio has that little it factor. Trust me on that one. He's class. Ibrahima Konate soon to get that +2 up to 91. And I've seen a lot of people say on Twitter, it could just be like engagement baiting here, saying this card isn't it. No, this card is it. I think he's unreal. I'm not dropping him anytime soon. He's going to go to 91, I believe, on the 3rd of Jan. I think that's when they said they'll update these cards. Let's see if that happens. But anticipate playstyle plus on a man like this, where that stocky build is coming in clutch of me so often. Especially when my opponents getting jammy ricochets in the box. Just to have that really reassuring tackle. Crazy nice. That's why Ibrahim is so far up this list. Virgil van Dijk, Ariel, team of the week. It's Virgil. That's all I need to say. But he's not number 1. He's not number 1, which you're going to see in a minute who is. But Virgil van Dijk, every version, even his gold card at this stage, still really usable and probably will be for the foreseeable. But number 1, are you ready? It's the big man, Erling Haaland. What have EA done here? What have they done? And I honestly thought with a card like this, position changes aren't normally incredible in games sometimes. Occasionally you get the odd card that is just ridiculously good. Erling Haaland is basically built to be a centre-back. He's 6'5", block and bruiser, with ridiculous physicality. Really good defending, once again, similar to Fernando Hierro. It's the slide tackle that's bringing down this overall number here. Just an absolute unit and a nightmare to get past. Just about squeaks under 1 mil price tag as well. This man's number 1 for me. All right, over to left backs, and Ferland Mendy's up first. Not his gold card, okay? I'm just talking any Evo of this man, and trust me, I'm pretty certain a lot of us out there have some sort of Evo of Ferland Mendy. Just still ridiculous in game. And probably would be higher up if we're talking specific Evos. He had one that came out yesterday or 2 days ago, a Winter Wingback 2, I think it was, that made him look a joke. Chained with like defensive minded. So let me know if you've done an Evo of Mendy, but he's definitely deserved in this list. Karchawi is a little bit ahead. And I think this card's crazy undervalued. Like, look at the card, look at the stats. 5'4", yes, physicals aren't great. Defending stats are there. She's lacking in the height. Let's not get it twisted. I think she is 5'3". I thought she was 5'4" as well, but 5'3". Whip pass playstyle plus. The technical side of the game with those playstyles, press proven, quick step, anticipate, technical. Like, you can speed boost with her and she'll fly. Really, really crazy nice card. Chemistry, I guess, is probably a bit of an issue, but one to consider if you're on a budget. DeMarco is the B-Tech Teo Hernandez for me, okay? He offers a lot. He's physical. He gets stuck in, but he doesn't have that proper powerful feel. Overlapping, you can contribute. I was scoring Trevellas with this man for days, so that's a nice addition as well. Decent card, under 100k. Alphonso Davies, speed, phenom. He's got better looking Evos out there, which is probably why the price tag is so low. Lacking in the playstyles and rapid's not fantastic. No defending playstyles minus slide tackle, which definitely hinders him, but still Davies is overpowered. Similar to Frimpong. Just the speedy players. You don't necessarily need crazy defending with cards like these. They'll contribute in the defense as well. Philippe Lahm, technical. I like him as a left back, you know. Just basically almost inverting. You could use him as a false back, but for me, I haven't really got on with it. I'd still rock him as a default fullback. No plus roll there. Crazy good on the ball. Overlapping is going to be nice. Defensively, he's going to be a nuisance for your opponents. Lacking a bit in the speed, but doesn't really feel it in game. He's still pretty quick. Kadioglu, one of the most overpowered fullbacks for me since the start of the game. People were doing that club member award, and it was a crazy Evo. This man is a stubborn player to get past. Still linked to a very good pro as well with the FC Pro. I don't know when this starts again, similar to Tasha Bowie. One to keep an eye on though, 110k. And that's cheap as chips for a card like this. Turkey, little tough nation link there. Could do some unique hybrids. Same with Brighton, not too many good Brighton cards. But Premier League alone is probably enough. Yeah, really solid option. Rolfo, price capped at 200k, which is crazy. She's ridiculous. I think she's honestly worth the 200k price tag. Let me know what you think down below though. Might be a bit controversial. But last year she was crazy good. This year, crazy good as well. You got really good dribbling stats, technical, first touch, trickster, quick step, as well as jockey and intercept. They're like the two of the best fullback playstyle pluses. She's a tank, mate. 4-star, 5-star. You can't go wrong. I guess the price tag she probably would be cheaper maybe, but come on, 200k alone. I wouldn't be going out and buying her, by the way. Wait until they update the price tag. If you've got her untradeable, definitely want to consider. Ahead of her though, and trust me, this could be controversial. I've been using a certain centre midfielder that needs a hyperlink chemistry in my team. Nuno Mendes is that perfect fit. You might have clocked it. You'll see him in a bit, the centre mid. Nuno Mendes is an absolute demon. This quick step playstyle plus, there's no faster player on the pitch when this man is on the tip. Honestly, I can't believe what I'm seeing. He is so quick, so solid. Compared to centre back as well, which is interesting. But for me, overlapping as a fullback, he's actually made me drop Mendy, my Evo chain. Trust me, guys. I think he's still available as an SBC. Just get him done. He's 78k. It's so cheap and he is a joke. Ashley Cole, a little bit ahead of him with that jockey playstyle plus. Similar to Rio Ferdinand, has that icon premium feel. Lacking a little bit with the 3-star, 4-star, but come on. Super well-rounded when it comes to fullback. Whole host of playstyles. Really nice card for 200k. Number 1, just try and guess it. Make a mental note. Honestly, you could put, it's going to be a special card, but you could put his gold card in this number 1 spot as well. Yeah, I mean, you know it, right? You know it. You've played against him. You've probably got him in your team. Just the best card in the game, potentially. Like, I don't know what it is about Teo Hernandez, but he is just the most powerful, difficult player to get past. I'm using the quickest, most technical wingers. And I spin him, I do him, little speed boost. I blink, Teo's gone past me, taking the ball off my hands, and he's already running in on my goal. All right, this guy is a freak of nature on this game. All right, CDMs and a super budget shout for number 10 is this man Reinders. Just the most versatile player as well, being a CDM, cam and centre mid. But as a CDM, having dribbling stats like that, these kind of play styles, for 30k, like, it's ridiculous. Play him as a holding plus CDM. Great chemistry links as well with Dutch and Milan. Really nice card. And honestly, a lot of pro players are rocking this boy. So if you're on a serious budget, definitely want to consider. Julie Foudy a little bit ahead. Big fan of Julie Foudy. Deep line playmaker with the press proven, the long ball pass. Maybe not as overpowered now, but still very much usable. Really good on the ball. She feels technical enough, as well as also being a little bit solid. Rocked her base icon at the start, and for 300k, she's decent. Frankie de Jong also in this top 10. One thing you'll notice in this list, I'm a fan of having technical players in the CDM position. Players that can move on the ball and not get caught under pressure. Frankie basically defines that. I've packed his winter wildcard on my RTG as well. Crazy luck, I know. But this total Rashburn 352k, really good option. And N'Golo, yeah, he's back in business. And Globetrotters means chemistry is easy. Also with the France links, holding plus, just a nightmare to get past. One of the most frustrating players to play. And a really good card for 250k. Patry a little bit ahead. As I said, long ball may be less overpowered at the moment, but she's still got really nice base play styles. Offers a lot of chemistry links to some crazy overpowered cards like Puteas, Bonmati, for example. So Patry definitely should still be in the top 10. Maybe controversially a little bit too high though. Let me know what you think. But for me on the RTG, she's been brilliant. Sandro Tonali, a brand new card with the Ultimate Succession. Well, not brand new anymore. It feels like it was. This past month's been a blur when it comes to how many cards they've been releasing. This man is a solid player. His gold card was overpowered. They've given him incisive, which is my favourite playstyle when it comes to passing in the midfield, especially deeper players like a deep line playmaker like Tonali here. You could play him as a box-to-box as well, or maybe like just a holding centre mid. But for me, as a CDM, this man is a tank. A little bit ahead of him is Blaise Matuidi with a holding plus, anticipate, press proven, quick step, relentless, intercept and ping pass. Every playstyle there is crazy good for a CDM. And this man, premium in game. I'm jealous if you got him in your pre-order packs. Big Decker's a little bit ahead. You cannot look past. A holding plus Declan Rice, right? Crazy physicals, brilliant defending, block, intercept. One of the best CDM playstyles when it comes to defensive play. Ping pass, long ball, anticipate, bruise and press proven. Bro, come on. Looking at the play, the passing's brilliant. Shooting, you're lacking a little bit. I think I should be higher because this man, he can find the back of the net. Arsenal bias might be there. Lacking a bit in the pace department, but you don't notice it in game. He is ridiculously nice in game. A little bit ahead of him though. And a card I never reviewed on this channel, which is mad. I don't know why I didn't do it. I think I was busy on the day. Nico Barella. What? This card's crazy. And a lot of you out there probably have done him. As a CDM with the holding plus, you can use him as a centre mid as well, but I like him a little bit deeper in my team. Look at the dribbling. Some of the best in this position for sure. The passing, crazy. Trevellas are going to be there. Acceleration's high as well. He's going to feel quick. He's got the stamina. Ridiculously good card. And for 266k, yes, fodder is in the mud. I think he was about 400 when he came out. This man, if you've got Syriac chemistry, probably a no-brainer. He's secured all the upgrades as well, so no more live factor on the card, but yeah, crazy nice. But number 1 for me, and I believe the most in-game stats out of any player on this game is Rodri with the Bruiser. Yeah, this man's a tank. And his gold card at the start honestly felt okay, even with the lack of speed. So they've juiced him to 80 here. Really good reactions to ball control. Doesn't feel crazy slow on the ball. He's not really quick, but he's good enough to kind of wiggle out of tricky situations when your opponent's pressing you. But it's the defending of physicality where he truly shines, as well as the crazy passing. That is why he is number 1 in this CDM list. Okay, centre mids are by far the most stacked top 10 here. Under 1 mil, there are so many crazy good options. I've probably missed 1 or 2 of your favourites, so let me know if you think they should be included. But for me, I've had to narrow it down to 10. So let's get into it. Zé Roberto, number 1 as a centre mid. Doesn't offer any crazy nice playstyles apart from, or roles, my bad, playmaker plus. Would have liked 2 playstyle pluses on the guy as well. But still, feel like he's crazy overpowered in game for me. Never going to drop him in the foreseeable. 230k as an SBC. Santa hat as well. Bonus points for sure. Up next, Vitinha. This is the guy who gets the Nuno Mendes strong link. And honestly, 140k. The cheapest. There's no better centre mid in this price bracket. Just prove me wrong, please, because I don't see it. He is so good. The dribbling, holding plus in the centre mid role with technical and ping pass for progressing the play quickly, wiggling out of press with the technical, as well as really nice base play styles. Brilliant card. Similar to Xavi in a way, and honestly, it's debatable. I feel like Xavi just about edges it for me though. Playmaker plus, I'm a fan of that. Chavelas are there. Once again, crazy good dribbling. He's got the speed. 275k still feels really cheap. Icon chemistry gets another little bonus. This man's crazy. Bonmati, I told you, centre mids are stacked. She is this far down on the list. Honestly, it's arguable, right? These guys are coming up in a minute. Could be in any different order, but I've tried my best to kind of select them. I actually have her. Is it Ultimate? No, what is this card called? I have this card on the RTG. Can't remember the rarity of it. Where are we? Okay, it doesn't say it. It's like Ultimate Edition or something like that. I don't know. The cover star one. Ultimate cover star. That's it. She's really good. This version, even better, right? And for 500k, bit of a steal. Great chemistry to other Barca Spanish players as well, like Putea, Salma Paraluelo, Valverde with the power shot. Power shots have maybe been nerfed a bit, but it's not really noticeable, right? So still utilize them. But as a box-to-box, like as a hustler in the midfield, there's not many better cards than this man. Big fan of him. And 700k. Seems too cheap for a player like this with these kind of stats. I know we're going to Team of the Year, so that might be why he's kind of dropping a little bit, but really good option. Jude Bellingham, under 1 mil. Look at the stats. Ridiculous. The best Jude card in the game. Probably should be played as a cam though. That's one thing I will say. And the playstyle plus lets him down, but he's still included in this centre mid position because I still would like him as a box-to-box centre mid, even though he doesn't have a role plus here. Just offers so much. That's that premium feel as well, being a cover star, that unique body in game, just an absolute tank. And once again, similar to Bonmati, this version, still crazy nice if you've got him, want to consider in the centre mid. If anything, he's better as an out-and-out centre mid, so keep that in mind for sure. Kevin De Bruyne just ahead of him with the incisive, lacking a bit in the speed department, not the most quick when it comes to dribbling, but playmaker plus, role in the centre mid, really technical, will score screamers for you as well. Big fan of Kevin. This top 3, honestly, it just gets better and better. Alexi Putellas up next. Look at the shooting, the passing, the dribbling. Mate, she's mad. First touch playstyle plus, just wait until her Team of the Year card comes out, which probably will happen, right? Always does. I did last year and I'm pretty certain she's going to get it this year. It's going to be a joke. 5-5 as well when it comes to weak foot and skill moves. Really nice card. Marek Hamsik though for me has that little it factor. He has that premium feel. Looking at the stats, he's nowhere near as good as some of the cards we've seen. But trust me, in game, this man is a tank. Really fast, really good on the ball, really nice with the link-up play, good enough passing stats as well, and crazy shooting with the power shots. One of my favourites, but not quite my favourite. Yaya Toure finesse shot. And it had to be, because I remember watching this man in his prime at City, scoring the floatiest finesses in the top bins. He would take on like 3 players, shrug them off, and just whip one top corner. Crazy good playstyle plus for this guy, and they're just a ridiculous box-to-box centre mid. Trust me, there's not many better under 1 mil. Cam's up next, and I've got a few budget options to start with. One being Guro Reiten. I had a team of the week at the start of the game on my RTG, and she was really good in game. Felt really fast, responsive, great shooting from distance. As a cam with that playmaker plus, really good option on a budget. And if you need these WSL links as well, want to consider crazy good dribbling and speed, as well as a whole host of playstyles. Alamola Lukman just has that overpowered feel in game with 99 dribbling, by the way. 99 dribbling, technical first touch. He receives the ball, it's glued to his feet, and he's gone. Shooting, could do maybe a finesse shot or maybe more playstyles, but still a really nice option in this cam position. As a shadow striker, my favourite role plus in the cam. Definitely want to consider. Michael Elise, just still crazy good, ridiculously good actually at 100k. Rumoured to get fitting in this attacking avalanche too. Not this card, but his base, so might have a better version available at some point if EA ever drop that Evo. Fingers crossed they do. Either way, 100k or just above. Not many better players you can get on the market for that right now. Cole Palmer, This man's card, a lot of people saying he's clunky. I don't really feel it. He's not the quickest in game, but used correctly as a shadow striker, this man's dangerous. So good when it comes to the technical controlled sprint with ridiculously good shooting, Trivella's finesse shots, link-up play of incisive base. I'm a massive fan of this card. And yeah, he almost carried me to rank 1 this weekend. So if you've not done him yet, you need that Premier League chemistry and a nice out-and-out cam. I would say he's definitely more of a cam than a right mid, right winger. You're lacking a bit in the pace department to be really blitzing it down the wing. So as a cam, yeah, should definitely be considered. JJ, the speed boost phenom. Look at the dribbling stats. The speed, the acceleration with that quick step playstyle plus. Trickster as well. Utilize those fake shot animations. Really good option. 330k. It's a little bit more expensive than a Palmer, but I think he's definitely worth it. You're lacking a bit when it comes to the finishing though. It's not really a strong point. He's more of a ball carrier, but still with a link-up player as a shadow striker. Give him a chem star to boost that up like a hunter. You've at least got Trivella in there. He'll score goals for you. Neymar Cito with Trickster, 5-star, 5-star. Just a vibey player. Definitely outperforms the stats. And 250k. That's cheap for a Neymar card, yes. He's got better versions in Winter Wild cards, which aren't crazy expensive, but definitely a lot more than 250k. Really good option. And if you've not really used the Neymar card yet, you want to have some fun, maybe consider branching out to this route. Chemistry isn't too difficult, but obviously you've got to consider at least a bit of Saudi chemistry in there. Xavi Simons. Now, I've got a Dino Magic Evo. I know there's an attacking avalanche 1 chain you can do. Let me know if you've done it. If you have, you've probably got the best Xavi Simons card in the game. If you don't have any of them, no Evos available, then this is your guy right here. Shadow Striker ++, linked to one of the best pros being Anders Verge gang, so probably should secure at least this, I'd assume. Another +1, probably in all fairness, at least 2 more upgrades, I would say, is what you're expecting for Anders to at least get. So picture this card up to 91. Obviously, we've got to wait for this to happen, which obviously isn't going to be anytime soon, but keep an eye on it. It's similar to the other FC Pro cards. Really good option. Kaka is Kaka, bro. Quick step. Finesse shot, incisive tiki-taka with rapid. He's got power, really good speed. Feels really direct in the Shadow Striker Plus role, and definitely will score goals for you. The finishing is going to be clinical. Florian Wirtz, though, with technical and incisive. Shadow Striker. Once again, the shooting's not mind-blowingly good, but you don't need that. This man's the link-up play. He's the assist maker, the chance creator. And look at the stats. Crazy good. Classic 10++ as well. Not many cards have that, so if you want to utilize that, for sure, this is one of the guys to go for. With technical incisive, by the way, like that combination is so good in the cam role. Having the ability to use the controlled sprint to kind of wiggle past your opponent, as well as incisive to split their defense. Brilliant card. Rivaldo. With that technical, acrobatics a bit of a wasted playstyle, but still Shadow Striker. This man is a goal scorer. Trust me, he will get so many goals for you. Some of the most powerful shooting you will see in game. Trivellas, they fly past the keeper. With the technical at least in there, as well as finesse, power shot, dead ball's a nice option, first touch, great dribbling stats, icon chemistry. Yeah, big fan of Rivaldo. But number one is Leo Messi. Technical, finesse shot, quick step Trivella. I packed his total rush card. I used him as a super sub for a fair bit. Chemistry's the issue with this guy, obviously, right? You can get some nice Evos at this stage. There is an FC Pro card that is also Argentinian and plays for Inter Miami, so you could do that route, or icons, right? Either way, Messi undeniably is the best cam under this price bracket for me. Just so good on the ball. The passing's there. Has that Messi feel in game. Yeah, come on. What do you think though? Let me know if you agree or disagree. Okay, so right wings and right midfielders up next. And yeah, honourable mention, similar to Fabian Schär, Rodrigo for me. I think he might be one of the best in that position I've used. Look at all the role pluses, by the way. The play styles aren't crazy, but he feels good in game. And I tell you what, one thing I will notice, the acceleration, the lack of quick step, the dribbling play styles. He still feels crazy quick when it comes to speed boost. Great finishing. If you got him, you're probably in a similar boat to me and you're a big fan of the card. But cracking on, Donyao M9 is still there. And if they do release Attacking Avalanche, this gold card, if he can get a chain that looks anything like this, potentially better with a finesse shot, maybe, I think it's press proven they give, right? Maybe they mix it up and keep quick step. Bro, this man's going to be deadly. Imagine this card with an actual finesse shot will be unreal. Still, to this day, one of the most overpowered cards in the game for me. There's just no one who's got that kind of speed boost like M9. Leroy Sané, a really good SBC. Only 137k now as a right mid inside forward. Coming in with those finesse shots. This man is a goal scoring machine. Lauren James, Just has that power. She has that it factor. 95 strength on the card with Trickster Playstyle Plus, quick step. Finishing's probably a weak point. It's good enough in like front of goal, but from distance you might struggle with the lack of finesse shot. But Trivelas will be in the locker and still a brilliant option. The chemistry, obviously a bit difficult, but there's some decent options in these leagues. And for Chelsea, of course, Oozy Boozy with a quick step. 5'5", Trickster base for those fake shot animations. Ping pass, rapid, just flies. Once again, finishing, not his strong point, that is for sure. He's more of a ball carrier, link-up player, getting the assists. But still, speed, this man's not lacking in it. George Best, we've got some good icons in this position. One of the best technical dribblers for sure. The speed, I think, is a lie. Like, every time I've used him or played against him, he seems quicker, right? Finishing, will always find that corner, find the back of the net. Lacking in the playstyle similar to Rodrigo, and also similar to this man. But quick step based trickster and technical on a Garrincha card, with those dribbling stats, the passing stats, the shooting as well being good enough. Still, for 660k, if you need an icon chemistry link as well, Garrincha's a brilliant option. Once again though, not finishing, it's not his strong point, right? Lack of play styles, but ball carrying, there's not many better. If you want a finisher, this is a man to consider. Big Mo Salah. The freestyle weak foot is a bit of a pain, and he's got a better card with the Globetrotters and probably will get a team of the year. That's something to consider. But still, and another player of the month, by the way. I'm pretty sure he's got 7 goals, 7 assists this month, which is mad. So he's probably won that. So maybe wait for that one to come out, which should be soon. Mo Salah's crazy good. Crazy good. He's got that seriously powerful, explosive body typing game with just great finishing. The finesse shot playstyle plus as well. One of the best playstyles for this position. A little bit ahead of him for me. Arsenal bias might be there. But Bukayo Saka, he feels crazy explosive in game. Ridiculous dribbling with the finesse shot. Yeah, ticks all the boxes for me. And I love this card. The dynamic image. Beautiful. Sophia Smith, under 1 mil. Rapid and first touch, not the best playstyle combination. But Sophia Smith is overpowered on this game. She has quick step, technical tricks the base with finesse shot, power shot. Yeah, she's going to be crazy. She's got a striker alternative, which I think is also under 1 mil. So she might feature in the striker option. But as a right winger, chemistry might be an issue. Nah, she's great, man. But number 1, still, no one is going to dethrone Caroline Graham-Hansen with the Trickster Playstyle Plus. Just you look at the stats, you might say there's better cards out there, right? To be fair, maybe not, because she's got 4 stats over 90. She is just so good in game. You could do anything you want with the card. Just have fun, okay? Enjoy the card if you got her. So left mid and left wingers, and Federico Chiesa is number 1 for me. Could play everywhere in all fairness, but as an inside forward in that left wing position, I've got an Evo chain of this man, and that is where I've had the most success with the card. Let me know if you've got an Evo of this boy, by the way. And also, Tack Avalanche too. Potential to fit this, however, positions might hinder that. Either way, Chiesa crazy nice. Nani, this card's so good. I have to use him as a super sub because chemistry is an issue. That's the issue with the Portuguese league and Estrela Amadora, the team he plays for. But technical, trickster. No, he doesn't have technical. He does, he has the base. But Trickster Playstyle Plus, 5-star, 5-star. Nani is an impact sub of dreams. So far, so explosive. Great finishing as well. Coming clutching me a lot in recent weeks when it comes to Foot Champs gameplay. Sub this man on in like the 89th minute for extra time. He's going to be flying and causing chaos. Rafinha. Now, I'm pretty certain in this position, the left wing, a lot of us have an attacking Avalanche Evo. Myself included, I've got Gabby Martinelli. And a lot of you out there would have a Rafinha card. He's probably one of the most popular and probably the best out there in my opinion. Ridiculous playstyles on this card though, and still very much usable. Obviously the price tag, this card came out a long time ago. I don't know how much he was on release, maybe a little bit more than that, probably 600-700k, right? But Rafinha, any version of that man, probably minus the gold, is definitely should be in this top 10. Alejandro Garnacho, no playstyle plus, but still every time I play against him, he's a nightmare. He feels so quick, so direct, and I've played some Evos of this guy as well that are just really, really hard to play against. So Garnacho for me, looking at the stats, definitely should be in the top 10, just needs that playstyle plus. I'm not too sure how well United are doing when it comes to the Europa League. Let me know down below if you think he's going to secure this one and get that playstyle plus. Hopefully he does for you guys with the card. Lamine Yamal in this position on that left-hand side, cutting in with the Trivelas. Dangerous. Crazy good dribbling. He's got a really premium feeling game as well. 4-4, mostly explosive. Not insane when you look at the stats on paper, and he's got good Evos as well. But either way, Lamine Yamal, yeah, he's got the it factor this year. I'm shocked this man's 162k, by the way. I'm actually shocked. I honestly can't believe why. Maybe it's because he was in the best of and he was just packed a lot. I actually packed him myself, tradable. Rafa Leao. Yes, Rapid's not the best playstyle plus, but he's got base, quick step, trickster, and finesse shot. Incisive as well. Like, it's just so good. So good. He's probably maybe more utilised as a striker, but as a left winger cutting in with those finesses, or just going across goal with the weak foot being 4-star, you'll be fine. And for the price tag, there's not many better, in my honest opinion. Definitely should consider him if you can get him in on chemistry. Heung-min Son, I've been lucky enough to pack the winter wildcard left winger this weekend, and he's so good. Unfortunately, a little bit above the 1 mil bracket on this video, but this Centurions version, 568k as an inside forward, cutting in with those finesse shots, tricks the base as well. Quick step, he's not the quickest when it comes to being on the ball, but once he gets going with the speed and the finishing, there's not many better players at finding the back of the net than Heung-min Son. David Ginola, under 700k, which is crazy. Wide playmaker, technical, quick step power shot. You just know he's overpowered, right? He always is. Definitely a little bit clunkier this year when I tried him out, but still an absolute demon. And he has that jam, right? The ricochet jam where it's pretty prominent this year. The ball bounces and it goes back to him every single time. He's a nuisance to play against. Really good. Eden Hazard. I'm shocked he's under 1 mil as well. He must have been packed a lot, right? Technical playstyle plus, so fast, so good on the ball, similar to Frank Ribery in the way that he feels in game, with that crazy explosive speed as well as really close control. Finishing as well will not let you down, base finesse, trickster in there as well. There's not many more vibey cards, and honestly, 880k seems too cheap for this guy. He's also got a winter wildcard. That honestly could be why, thinking about it, but still, crazy nice option. But number one, Vinny Jr. This is the best version for me. He does have a player of the month that is really good with the rapid. He's got a trailblazer as well as the cards. He's got so many, by the way. Even his gold still probably up here on this list. Great finishing as well. Could play as a striker. Could play anywhere. Chuck him at centre back, he'd probably be fine. But for me in the left wings, yeah, number one. Now I'm kind of breaking my rules here. Strikers, I've done way more than 10, and I'm just going to fire through them really quickly in no particular order because I wanted to shout out a lot of cards here that I have liked trying out over the past month basically. Johan Cruyff, definitely a very good option. Price tag looks a little bit more reasonable there. Lacking a bit of an it factor, but still is Johan Cruyff. You can't really go wrong with a card like this. Marcus Thuram, apparently this 85 is going to fit a crazy Evo at some point. Hopefully that happens, but either way, this man's an absolute nightmare to play against with quick step. His kind of building game, being a physical player, absolute nuisance. Openda, I packed him on tradables. He's been my super sub this past week. Really good card. Finishing, crazy good. He's got every single scoring playstyle, which is mad. I think maybe one of the only cards in the game to have it. Quick step as well for those speed boosts. For a budget beast, he's brilliant. Buchagueno, 300k, poacher plus. Ticks a lot of boxes. Only the 3-star skill is a bit frustrating for me. Passing's not brilliant, but out and out finisher. Can't really go wrong with a card like this. Moussa Diaby as a striker, underrated. 99 speed, rapid, relentless is a bit dead. Finishing, it's decent enough. You will score goals with a 3-star weak foot, but still, speed, linking at the play, 2 up top. This man on the left-hand side of that striker partnership. Yeah, you get my drift. Really good option. Just the speed alone is enough to get me considering him. Isaac, finesse shot. He's 6 foot. How tall is he? 6'4", right? 6'4", lean and tall. Ridiculously good play styles. Finesses, they float top bins. This man's a crazy option. Cristiano Ronaldo, still overpowered. Unique body type in game. Brilliant play styles with the trickster in there. Definitely outperforms the stats. That's one thing you always notice with Ronaldo. He feels quicker than the actual dribbling and speed we're looking at here. Socrates, honourable mention for sure. Really good card. Enjoyed using him. Definitely would say advanced forward plus is the play here. Poacher's not bad as well, but the power shots, really good. And he's got that power for sure. Once again, being 6'4". There's a big theme here. There's a lot of tall strikers coming up. Another one, Victor Gyökeres, not quite 6'4", but 6'2". Very similar in a way to Isaac. I would prefer Isaac purely because of the finesse shot, but rapid, power, 5-star weak foot with the 4-star skills. This man is an out-and-out goal scorer. Erling Haaland, similar kind of story. The 3-3 definitely hinders him here, but still, it's an Erling Haaland card. Play him as that left-sided striker shooting across goal. You'll be fine. Sam Kerr, once again, crazy underrated every single year. This card, really good in game. Chemistry, no longer a real issue being a globetrotter. Just crazy good shooting with a finesse shot. Brilliant option. And if she gets a team of the year, could be one to consider because she will be cheaper than a lot of the other cards. Raul, a little bit too expensive potentially, but still want to shout him out because the play styles. I did actually try him. I didn't review him. I tried the loan. I don't know what happened. I think I had an issue with the editing or the recording on the day, so I didn't actually post a review for the card. Can't remember exactly what happened. I just rage quit and watched the football instead. So apologies for that. Either way, Raul is decent. If you can fork out the price tag, you'll have a really good striker in your hands. But for me, a little bit too expensive. Mainly because there's players like Dalglish being 210k. The most cheap overpowered striker you can get right now. Honestly, if you're on a budget, you need a striker who's going to score you goals, link up the play nicely. This is your guy. Don't look any further. He's crazy good for 210k. Pretty certain his base is under 1 mil as well, so either of them. But honestly, would prefer this one for the playstyle pluses here, and it's really good stats across the board. Carlitos Tevez does have playstyle pluses. For some reason, they're not showing up. Interesting, I'm not too sure why, but yeah, really good option, really good card. Definitely a big boost on this base. 4-star, 5-star's a nice addition. Shooting's crazy good as well as the speed. Harry Kane, some of the best shooting in the game, hands down. If you can get past the lack of pure speed and mobility, he's an out-and-out goal scorer and will be really good for you. Lack of 4-star skills is a bit frustrating, but still, Kane's definitely good enough. Lautaro Martinez, Syria, always undervalued, similar to Sam Kerr. Finesse shots though, can't really go wrong with a player like this. Gerd Muller, another decent enough budget option. He's powerful in game. Definitely feels more physical. I think it's the body type. Pretty certain he's a little bit stocky. Yeah, stocky medium. Finesse shots again. Yep, clinical enough. DDA, Mr. DDA Drogba. No aerial threat yet. Not quite yet, but power shot alone, crazy good. There's not many players that have that kind of breakaway speed that Drogba has. The serious lengthy feel with the run accelerate type, really good option. Kelly Smith, definition of cracked when it comes to carrying the ball out. Really good finishing as well with a finesse shot. 5-star weak foot with Trickster. Yeah, one of the best cards, honestly, under this 1 mil price tag. And not even, you know, not just under it. She's 584k, which is really good. Big Wazza, my RTG striker, the phenom in that striking position. The play styles are brilliant, and this man, the power shots, the dribbling, he could do it all. One of the best for sure, under 1 mil. But number one, just for me, Di Natale. I'm taking it back, throwing it back to the early Ultimate Team days with this man up top. So good, so good. He's got another version, this left wing, which arguably I think is worse in my opinion. This one's definitely the one to go for. Finesse shot again is the running theme in the striking position. But that's going to be it. Look at the shooting stats, by the way. This man's not messing about when scoring goals. Really good option. But they're the strikers, a bit all over the place. I know I might have rushed it a bit, but I want to include as many as I can here. Let me know if I've missed anybody. Let me know your favourite cards right now. Smash a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Catch you later.